Welcome to Movie Meals, where we try out your favorite meals from your favorite movies. They don't necessarily even have to be your favorite meals. They could just be anything edible. Regardless, today we're going to be trying out the Milksteak from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The show premiered in 2005, and despite its lack of success early, it has gone on to become the longest running live-action sitcom on TV. The Milksteaks first made its premiere in Season 5 in the episode called The Waitress is Getting Married. Charlie is asked to set up a dating profile, and on this dating profile, he wants it to be known that he loves milk steaks. Charlie then tries to order the milk steak, boiled over hard, with a side of the restaurant's finest jelly beans. So today, unfortunately, I have the lucky opportunity of trying out this ungodly dish. So do you think Charlie was onto something? Or do you think he's on crack? Let's find out. This is from Charlie's dating profile. Let's see if he's a madman, which I think we all know he probably is.
Okay. I'm actually, like, this is one of the first movie meals I'm actually nervous to try this. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
How many jelly beans did you get?
2 beans, a nice splatter of milk. I'd like to point out, we didn't show it today, but our milk was definitely boiled. This was warm milk, as instructed by Charlie. It's boiled over hard. So this milk steak is genuine. We're not just pouring some cold milk on here, I promise. I'm shocked. If you fed me a bite of this, I wouldn't be repulsed. I wouldn't be taken aback. I thought I would throw this up. Really, I did. I thought I was going to throw this up. I'm going to finish this. I don't care. This is fine. It's one of the weirdest mixes of tastes I've ever had, but not the worst.
Yeah, so
Very weird.
Before we started this clip, we were discussing bringing a trash can down here, and we thought to ourselves, you know what? Let's just be authentic, and worst case, we'll just spit it back on the plate. And if it gets real gross, maybe we'll just edit some of it out. This, like we said, this is not that bad. Like, I really
Beans,
thought
milk, everything.
it is maybe one of the weirdest combos of foods I've had. But yeah, I mean it's edible. It's really not that bad. Like, I can eat this. I only had one bite of water and steak, but I'm gonna have more than that on milk and jelly beans and steak. It's just it's a strange combo to even say. But actually, like, I think it gives it the jelly beans give it a hint of flavor. The milk kind of warms it up and makes it like moister, but also like gives it a hint of flavor that maybe the steak didn't have previously. I think it could vary if you have like a very seasoned steak or a steak that has like a flavoring already. True. I think that would very much alter the flavor of this. But if you have a plain steak, no seasoning, no nothing,
This is a bland steak.
Yeah, if you have a bland steak,
Let me tell you this. Sure. Now, Liam doesn't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia very often. He's not kind of well versed with that. Charlie's character, who came up with this meal, he kind of has a backward logic when it comes to a lot of things. He when he goes to bed at night, he likes to eat cat food and huff glue so that he can sleep all night. And so when he was asked about, like, why would you eat cat food to go to sleep, he goes, because I eat the cat food, it makes my stomach hurt, I get tired, and I go to bed. And it makes sense to him. Dee is the one, the character who asked him about it, and she says, but why do you have to force yourself to eat cat food? And he goes, because of all the screaming cats outside my door. I hear cats screaming all night. She goes, maybe the cats are screaming all night because you're eating cat food. Maybe that's why. So Charlie's logic isn't always sound, but it does work in his world. Like, it does put him to sleep, technically, eating cat food. So, you know, he's not wrong. It's not the best way to do things. Not the best way to do things, but it works for him. So, to me, Charlie, who's, financially kind of... He's on the lower end of society. He's a poor person. He probably doesn't afford the best meats, and they're probably very dry and very gross. So he takes his meats, he dips them in a warm milk, makes them juicier, and that's probably a little sour tasting though. So he takes something sweet like jelly beans, and he covers them and then adds flavor to them. And I get it.
If you're thinking of like a prison food, like if you were given a really, really, really dry, bland steak in prison, or like even like at lunch is like in like high school or something, I mean, obviously your first thought would not to be put hot milk and jelly beans on it, but you know, if you were to, it might actually improve the taste of the steak, which is insane to think about, but it's true. Like, as you see, I didn't gag. I wasn't repulsed when I bit it. It was fine. Like, it's like, all right. Like, it's just not something you would do normally. But like, for this circumstance, it's okay. Like, it's all right. It gives a little bit of flavor and it's a little weird, but yeah, it's fine.
I will say this: the practicality of eating is a little difficult. Trying to get the jelly beans on the steak.
Yeah, this is
a little hard. You gotta lose some points for making your meal difficult to eat.
And presentation, you lose points for immediately just because it's not,
Absolutely.
It doesn't look like it's
disgusting.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's
I mean,
good
you
at
can't put too much into that because...
No, but it's something.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it could, the Reptar bar looks appetizing.
Looks appetizing. It was appetizing. Everything about it was appetizing. This, I mean, not doesn't look appetizing, but it's like, okay.
So, I'm going to give this a 6.5.
6.5.
If you gave me this and I was hungry, I'm not very hungry. I already ate my dinner. But if I was really hungry and you put this in front of me, I'd eat the whole thing. Now, here's one thing that I will say, and this is another important factor. Some of these jelly beans are a flavor I don't like compared to others. So some bites I'm not a fan of. But if you're getting jelly beans that you're a fan of this kind of jelly bean, not versus we got an assorted kind, then yeah, you're gonna really actually kind of enjoy this a little bit.
So I think 6.5 for me is a little too high. I think this is, like we talked about, it's fine. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I think 6.5 is a little high for it. Like I said, I still think the presentation is a little shoddy. I think the taste is better than maybe we expected, but still nothing crazy. I wouldn't go out of my way to make this. I would say you're looking at a 5.8. 5.8 is kind of my highest ball. And you know what it kind of reminds me of in the sense? It reminds me of the Raisinets and popcorn in the sense that you have to have the right ratio of like jelly beans to meat and if you have like...
Yeah, ratio is a factor.
Yeah, if you have like, a massive bite and you're having like 5 jelly beans, it's probably not going to taste great. But if you're having like a massive bite, maybe 1 jelly bean or 2 jelly beans. It's fine.
Ratio is a factor, the kinds of jelly beans. What flavor jelly bean do you think probably suits this best?
I'd say grape.
Grape that's not bad. Like a wine and a steak.
Yeah.
Grape.
No.
I was going to say cherry because it's like a sweeter one, but it's in that idea, I think that's in the same ballpark, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking like...
If you got like a lot of grape jelly beans and a lot of cherry jelly beans, you can get other flavors. Apple's probably not that bad.
I don't know what flavors
great, those 2 flavors alone, if you just got those and you had them on a steak covered in milk.
Yeah, like I don't know what the white flavors are. You can probably look on the bag what the white flavor is, but
there's 30 kinds.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you're right. There's a lot, but there's a couple in here that I don't think would be great fits. But
yeah, there's like peppermint. Doesn't work for me that much. There's a few in here I wouldn't personally eat, but
if you got a solid jelly bean and you get a little bit of steak, you get a little warm milk. Yeah, sure, it's all right. So 5.8 and a 6.5.
Yeah,
shocker.
So
that's a review. New episodes of It's Always Sunny can be watched on FXX as well as Hulu, and the creators of It's Always Sunny are on a podcast, which can be found on YouTube with me. I'm not with them, but Same platform, whatever. It's called, and you guessed it, the Always Sunny Podcast. So if you want to check that out, it'll be in the description. Give it a go, give it a look, give it a holler, give it a like. Tell them it came from you, boy. Or not, whatever. And that's it for today's video. I am your host, Liam. Thank you for checking this video out today. Would you try a milk steak? Please let us know in the comment section. Also, let us know if you have any other ideas for any meals that you've seen in TV or movies as well. You know, click the like button if you like this video, if you want to just contribute to the channel. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And we will see you, hopefully, in the next one. Adios, personas. Later on, Charlie tries to order said milk steak and asked that it be boiled over with the side of the finest fucking finest jelly beans!
Little green ghouls, buddy. That go.
Maybe.
Bonus content. We're in the bonus.
We're in the double bonus, baby!
We're in the bonus.
Yeah! Green gabagoos. Green gabagoos.
What do they do? They go.
I gotta be energetic. I gotta have the fucking energy. I gotta fucking have it flowing through my veins.